Our school goals really focus on changing the culture of our school. We are shifting education from being centered on teaching to being centered on learning. And that's a big change because education really had been focused on just getting through, teaching the standards, getting through the textbooks, and making sure that we've taught it. But we didn't take time always to make sure that the students learned it.
As a parent here at Anderson Elementary School, I've really been impressed with the school-wide initiatives, and one of them is the goal setting. She set some pretty rigorous goals for herself, and I think it really made her work hard in order to achieve them. And she's so excited every time she achieves it. She comes home and she says, "Mom, I met my goal today." She tells me what it is, and then she tells me what her new goal is going to be.
In the past, usually when we ask our children or a child how you're doing at school, they usually just say, "Oh, we're doing good." But because of the recent creation of the goal setting, when my daughter went home the other week, she said, "Mom, I met my goal." And when we asked her what it was, she was able to specify what goal she mastered, and then we were able to have more just productive conversations.
My goal is doing purple and pink. My goal is to do the purple sideways. On the test, I have to get 80% or more on my test.
The whole vibe in my classroom, it was just all about hitting the targets, hitting the goals, and celebrating all together as a class.
As it helps them be accountable for their own choices and their own actions, and then they realize what they want to achieve and what it takes to get there to achieve that. And then once they achieve it, they get the recognition of the sticker and the treasure box, and they come home with the sticker and they want to show everybody, and we FaceTime everybody back in the States. And so it's just a great way for the children to be their own coach and their own advocate, and be aware of what they are good at and what they still need to work on and how they can get better.
That it really helps me as the teacher target their areas for improvement, a little more honed in with the student involvement also.
Good.
Remind me, what is our goal this week? What was your goal? Red, you finished your red, so now what we're working on? Orange. And you told me that your goal is to read all your orange sight words. Are you ready? Did you practice at home? Yes? How many times did you practice? 1,000,000 times? Okay, you're definitely gonna get it if it's 1,000,000 times then. Okay, are we ready?
Goal setting was the initiative that we came up with that really tied all the things that we were working on in our school plan together. And it allowed the involvement of all of our stakeholders to come together and not only know what they are working on, but to celebrate the success.
Whoa, good job! High five! So what do we get? Kids learn differently in different ways, and sometimes some might be slower than others. So with the goal getting, we were able to personalize the different goals for a child.
So I like the goal setting because it allows my child to have a small goal versus looking at the full project and feeling overwhelmed. She's able to complete small tasks, and she has self-motivation to get the goal and feel that achievement.
It's a positive, and it was kind of hard because, you want to give them all, pump them all up, and you guys are doing so great, but I think it kind of brought some reality to oh, I'm gonna have to work a little bit harder to get where I'm really supposed to be, and I think that in that knowledge, it gave them that drive, I'm not quite where I'm supposed to be, or this takes some intentional work.
Because I can achieve goals in a fun and hard way, and sometimes it can be challenging.
It put the focus where it needed to be, which was on the learner. And I say learner because learners are not just the students. We are all learners.
Say good job to your teacher because she's a goal-getter. Can you guys give her a round of applause? Class and say good job. Yay! I get a sticker too. I'm so excited. Look. Awesome. Oh, my very first sticker. Woo woo.
Good job, you met your goal, Dr.
So I noticed that a lot of my students wanted to help others achieve their goals. So instead of going to fun centers, they really just wanted to work together with a partner and achieve that goal. So a lot of collaborating with peers, peer tutoring, helping each other achieve those goals. It was just such a great thing to see within my classroom.
They become a lot more proactive. You know, I don't know how many times before that I had said, you guys need to learn your multiplication facts. You need to go home and practice that. But as soon as they set a goal of, I'm going to master X, Y, Z, and it was their goal instead of me telling them, they became more intentional in using their time to actually practice it.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that you practice on your goal. Good job. As a reading support specialist, I am so happy that we have goal setting in our school. Here's a board and a look at some of my students' goal setting. One of the things I really appreciate about it is it helps students to progress.
They love the recognition that they receive. They get excited when their peers make their goals and have worked hard, and they work towards it, and it's really exciting.
I like about goal setting is that when you actually work towards it, it's like you are proud of yourself for doing it.
I noticed that the data drastically changed. Like it was higher, like kids were getting 100% every week, as opposed to these are the words that we need to learn for the school year and for the quarter, and the kids would get maybe half of it. So it's been amazing to see like how one activity and one goal as a school has changed drastically as we progress along the quarter.
Get the sticker and then everybody's proud of you because when you get a goal, and it's super fun for being a goal getter. I like setting goals because I get special prizes and I get a sticker, and when I go home every single day, mom and dad be proud of me.
We're planning to do something and you like really wanted to do it and you actually get to do it or achieve your goal. It's like very fun.
So if you would like to know more, please reach out to us. We're happy to share those ideas with you. We also have a website available that you can scan the QR code at the end.